What up, you guys? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 153. This is going to be a really quick chapter review because this was a setup chapter. It wasn't as much to kind of go over. When I say quick, I don't even mean quick by my standards. I think this might end up being like a 4-minute review, somewhere around those lines. Like quick for my standards is usually 6. But there's not as much to go over. Basically, in this chapter, the witch doctor tells Chopper, like, look, I won't let you leave. I don't care if you're going to be a pirate. I don't care if you're leaving with these people. I don't care if you're going to go chase your dreams. And she's throwing harsh words at him. You know, she's like, are you ungrateful? You're my only apprentice. And, you know, Chopper makes it a point to say, I am grateful to everything you've done. And just seeing that split for me, it kind of triggered a little bit of a memory for me. I remember when I moved out of my mom's place for I remember when I moved out of my mom's place for the first time, right? One of the things I remember is the conversation that she and I had. She didn't want to let go. And it was really hard for her to watch me pack up my stuff and leave. And it didn't really hit her until she looked in my room and this bookshelf weren't there, and my closet was basically cleaned out. I left a few clothes over there. I still drive over there to go get clothes now, just to get shit that, you know, because I don't have as much space. But the thing is that is what that reminded me of. And I was just like, my mom said some shit to me, and I was like, this, I know where it was coming from. And I was like, this has got to be the case with the witch doctor. She's just saying shit because she doesn't know how to handle the situation. And sure enough, it wasn't so much that she didn't know how to handle the situation, but she was looking at it more from the perspective of, I don't want there to be a sad departure. And I'm getting up there in age, and he's already kind of lost somebody close to him. Which goes back to what I said in the last chapter review. I think that Luffy is needed for Chopper because Chopper needs somebody. You know, Chopper needs that person in his life that can keep him grounded. And one of the things I thought was very key is when Chopper himself, after he's leaving, after the witch doctor is making all this big fuss, is you have Chopper saying, did you say all that because you didn't want me to be sad? Because you'll die eventually. And I just like how he made that connection. He knew where it was coming from. But I thought it was freaking hilarious that he takes the sled, because he's a reindeer and she calls him a reindeer. And he takes the sled and Luffy's just like, oh, you know, he's, you know, on top of the snowballs. He wants to, you know, get on the rope thing. And Luffy's like, oh, he's got a sled. Awesome. Like, oh man, that was cool. And just how Chopper's just like, get on here, get on here. And they're going down. I love that, you know, because one of the first ways we got introduced to Chopper was through the silhouette of Chopper and the witch doctor, and they're on the sled. So I like that the last shot that we basically get of Chopper and the witch doctor, or that connection, is going to be them on that sled. I know that, you know, later on in the chapter, you know, she uses the cannonballs, and basically the red powder mixes with the snow, and it makes or the moisture in the area that makes the snowflakes. So on one hand, I guess you could say that is the final, but for me that was touching. But just that sled, because if you look here, the final shot of Chopper is him crying, but the final direct connection with the witch doctor is when they're on that sled. This connection here is his final connection with the quack doctor, and she's just speaking. And I like how Oda, I don't even know if people caught this. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but you know, a lot of times people tell me when I read chapters and I do reviews for chapters, and not just for One Piece, just for other things, they say, oh, you're going too far into depth, you're overthinking. But just look at this, right? You have Chopper crying. You have the quack doctor. It's almost like he's watching over Chopper, and he's crying tears from the heavens, if you will. That's what the snowflakes are, okay? And or you could say that he's passing on or giving his blessings to Chopper, because he's like, hey, my dream was fulfilled. You go out there and get your own. And then you have the witch doctor saying, "Go on, you foolish boy." Just seeing how all three parties, the main central parties in this cast right here, seeing how all of them are all interconnected. Just on the final page, which is probably going to be the final page for this arc. I love that. That is a beautiful sense of symmetry right there. And, you know, symmetry, everything's all balanced, lined up. I like that. I guess the better word would be the equilibrium in this. But I just like how everything is all put together. Very beautifully done. Very beautifully done. This is one of those things I love about One Piece, man. Like, no panel is wasted. And no scene is wasted. But when Oda does really, really good scenes, he does really good scenes. And this was one of those ones, like, I'm a writer, so I guess one of the things I could tell you is, like, Nicholas Sparks, right? God, I'm gonna use Nicholas Sparks, I'm gonna use George Martin, right? Nicholas Sparks, the man writes emotion, okay? Like, the rest of his books and shit, don't really care for him, right? Reason why I don't care for him is not because they're love stories and shit, because he does more telling, like the scenes aren't as fleshed out as I would like. But when he writes emotion, you feel it. With George Martin, Game of Thrones, the reason why it's so big, it isn't because of the plot, it isn't because of the characters, it's because of the world building and how well he's able to intertwine all of these different cultures and bring them all together and still hold your attention. And with Oda, I think Oda's gift as a mangaka is the fact that he's able to convey emotion on panels, which is difficult as hell because he's able to do more with less. Because you could say, oh, you got Chopper crying, that's enough. You could have ended it there. A lesser mangaka would have done that, where you're supposed to see Chopper crying, and he wouldn't have, a lesser mangaka would have had the double page spread, and then it would have ended with Chopper crying, right? But in this case, everything's all bled together. And that's what I'm saying, like, this is a stroke of genius right here. But that's it for this review, guys. Like I said, I think this is about in the time frame I was looking at. Might be a little over. Might be 6 minutes. Might be a typical short review for me. But let me know what you guys thought about that in the comment section below. Did you think that I was on to something with this? With Chopper and the Quack Doctor and Witch Doctor all being all on the same page together. Well, let me know what you guys thought about that. But that's it for this review. If you liked anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. I'll greatly appreciate it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.